If you are hearing these words right now, this is not random. This is not background noise. This moment has been deliberately arranged as a divine interruption where heaven steps into your ordinary timeline to speak directly to you. You have been exhausted for longer than you admit, worn down from trying again and again while nothing seemed to shift, stuck in days that repeat themselves with the same worries, the same pressure, the same unanswered questions about how you will make it through. The weight you've been carrying is heavy: financial stress, mental strain, fear about what the future holds, and the quiet doubt that creeps in when effort doesn't bring results, whispering that maybe you are the problem. You are not unseen in this place. Every silent tear, every moment you kept going when you wanted to stop, every night anxiety stole your rest has been noticed, and none of it was wasted. You are being met here because your strength has been stretched far enough, and now something else is stepping in to carry you. Relief is entering because the pressure you've been under is not permanent, and reassurance is settling because what felt delayed was never denied. As it is written, the Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Exodus 14:14. And again, my God will supply every need of yours according to his riches in glory in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:19. These words are not distant promises, they are active right now. The season where everything depended on your effort is closing. A divine shift has begun, and what God has been preparing behind the scenes is moving closer than you think. You are no longer being sustained by grind but by grace, no longer pushing alone but being backed by heaven itself. Anticipation is rising because what comes next will confirm what your spirit already feels stirring. Stay with this message, because what you are about to hear next will activate and affirm this shift in a way you won't want to miss. Right now, wherever you are, engage with this moment as an act of faith by liking the video, subscribe to stay aligned with what's coming next, and comment 777 as a prophetic declaration that a new season is opening and you are stepping into it now. Chosen one, this moment is speaking directly to the place where you have been holding on by sheer will, because for far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, waking up each day already tired, already bracing yourself for another round of pressure with no guarantee that anything will change. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has followed you like a shadow, shaping your decisions, shrinking your dreams, and quietly convincing you that survival is the best you can hope for. But that story is being interrupted now. You are being named, not judged, and your exhaustion is being acknowledged without blame. Stay with me for a moment. You were never created to live from crisis to crisis, measuring your worth by how much you can endure, and heaven has not been watching you struggle in silence. Something deeper is happening, not just help arriving, but a divine reordering that reaches into your finances, your peace of mind, your sense of safety, and your ability to breathe again. Now, listen carefully. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The tide is turning. The chapter where everything depended on your effort is closing, and a new rhythm is being established where provision flows without panic. It is no longer your duty to struggle. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. That truth does not create passivity, it creates peace, and from that peace, hope rises and anticipation follows. This is not about temporary relief. This is about overflow in every form: resources, clarity, energy, rest, wisdom, alignment, and yes, financial provision that does not come with sorrow. As it is written, "The blessing of the Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it." Proverbs 10:22. And again, "And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work." 2 Corinthians 9-8. These words are confirmations, not explanations. Think of Nehemiah, who carried a burden for rebuilding what was broken without having the means himself. Yet at the appointed time, favor opened access, protection, and full provision beyond what he could have planned. And he later said, "The king granted me what I asked, for the good hand of my God was upon me." Nehemiah 2-8. That same unseen favor has been working in your life while you thought nothing was happening. Delay was never denial, it was preparation. And the years you believed were lost are being addressed now, because "I will restore to you the years that the locust has eaten." Joel 2:25. You are not being blessed randomly, you are being entrusted. And what is coming next will confirm this shift in a way your spirit already recognizes, which is why staying with what follows matters more than you realize. But there is something about this season most people misunderstand, and if you miss it, you will try to move too early, and that creates exhaustion all over again. What's opening now requires discernment, not urgency. Chosen one, something real has been shifting around you even before these words reached your ears, because for far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, waking up tired before the day even began, pushing through cycles that never seemed to reward your effort. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has pressed on you quietly but constantly, shaping your choices, draining your confidence, and making you question whether you were falling behind or missing something essential. This exhaustion is not imagined, and it is not ignored. It is being acknowledged now with clarity and compassion. Breathe with me. You have outgrown survival mode, even if your circumstances have not yet caught up with that truth. And the pressure you've been under is a sign that an old structure can no longer hold what God is doing inside you. Hope is beginning to rise because the atmosphere around your life is adjusting, not by chance, not by luck, but by divine order. Here's the key. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The tide is turning. The way you have had to hustle for scraps, overextend yourself, and stay in spaces that no longer fit is losing its grip, and a different rhythm is being established. That truth brings relief, not recklessness, and it restores dignity where fear once lived. What is unfolding now is not emotional hype. It is a realignment that reaches into your finances, your peace of mind, your clarity, and your sense of direction. As it is written, "He lifted me out of the pit, out of the mud and mire. He set my feet on a rock and gave me a firm place to stand." Psalm 40:2, and again, "Not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, says the Lord." Zechariah 4:6. These words are not explanations, they are confirmations of what is already in motion. You may notice things beginning to move faster than expected, doors opening without you forcing them, support appearing from places you never planned for, and a calm replacing the constant need to calculate every step. People may try to measure this shift by what they can see, but what they cannot grasp is that you are no longer operating from effort alone. You are moving within divine flow. You stayed faithful when there was no applause. You believed when the evidence was thin, and you kept going through droughts that would have broken others. That endurance has been seen, and it has weight. What is coming is not a single breakthrough. It is a new way of living, where provision, clarity, and favor meet you consistently rather than occasionally. Pay close attention to what follows, because the next part of this message will activate and confirm what you have already been sensing quietly in your spirit, and it will make clear why this shift could not arrive any sooner. Chosen one, what you are experiencing right now is not confusion, but exposure, because for far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, holding everything together while quietly wondering how much longer you could keep going like this. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has not only tired your body but pressed on your identity, making you question your value and second-guess your place. Yet none of this disqualifies you. It reveals how much you have endured. You are not losing people or stability. You are being refined, and what feels like distance is actually protection settling in. Hold this gently. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into what is opening now, and that is not rejection. It is preservation of what God is placing in your hands. Your worth was never measured by income, status, or approval, and money has never been your master. It responds to alignment, not anxiety. Let me show you how. An old chapter is closing decisively. The exhausting cycle where survival ruled your choices is ending, and a new current is taking over where provision meets purpose, without strain, without panic, without begging. What once restricted you is losing authority, and momentum is shifting in your favor in ways that cannot be reversed. That truth brings peace, not passivity, and it reorders how you move, how you decide, how you trust. As it is written, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added to you." Matthew 6:33. And again, "Unless the Lord builds the house, the builders labor in vain." Psalm 127:1. These words are not explanations, they are confirmations of a system already active around you. You are not behind, you are not late, you are arriving at the exact moment your capacity and calling can meet. The pressure you felt was not punishment, it was preparation. And now clarity is replacing confusion, calm is replacing fear, and confidence is rising without force. You may notice you stop forcing conversations. You stop explaining delays to people who don't have permission to understand your timing. Decisions feel quieter. You don't rush to fix everything. That's not hesitation, that's alignment settling in. You no longer ask how you will afford what God is inviting you into. You move with the assurance that what is assigned to you is already covered. This is not reckless faith, it is grounded trust, the kind that allows you to release control and walk forward with steady vision. Some relationships will fall away because they were tied to your struggle, not your future, and that separation makes room for alignment. You are stepping into stewardship, not just of resources, but of peace, direction, and influence. And nothing about this flow depends on your past mistakes or limitations. Before this message continues, know this clearly. What you are about to hear next will unlock and confirm what your spirit has already been sensing quietly, and staying present will matter more than you realize. Chosen one. What is unfolding now reaches deeper than provision or opportunity, because for far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, shaping your days around pressure while telling yourself this was just how life had to be. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack did more than drain your energy. It taught your nervous system to brace for loss and taught your mind to expect disappointment, quietly pulling you away from who you were created to become. That version of survival is being addressed here without accusation, only truth. Let your spirit settle here. You are not becoming reckless or detached. You are becoming anchored, someone who no longer panics at need because you have begun to witness provision moving in real time. Someone who no longer begs for reassurance because revelation has taken root inside you. This is the turning point. The old chapter defined by exhaustion is closing. The grip of scarcity is loosening, and the current of your life is shifting direction in a way that cannot be undone. It is no longer your duty to struggle. It is God's responsibility to provide for you. When that truth settles, something profound happens inside you. Fear loses its authority, and peace takes the lead. You were never meant to carry the world. You were meant to carry faith. And faith changes how you walk, even when the road ahead is not fully visible. As it is written, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." Psalm 23:1. And again, "Blessed is the one whom God chooses and brings near to dwell in his courts." Psalm 65:4. These words are not theory. They are confirmation of what is already being built around you. Your outer life is beginning to catch up with what heaven has always declared, and your finances are shifting alongside your inner world. You are no longer driven by fear of lack or the need to prove anything. You are being led by peace and fueled by purpose. The confidence rising in you is quiet but immovable, the kind that is not shaken by headlines, bank balances, or opinions, because you know you are being watched over and sustained by something far greater than any system on this earth. The currency of your life is changing. Stress and scarcity no longer define your decisions. Favor and alignment do. You will notice yourself saying yes where you once hesitated, releasing relationships and environments that no longer honor your calling, not from pride but from clarity. You are not for sale, not controlled by fear, not bargaining your worth for access, because you were already chosen. As it is written, "You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to bear fruit that will last." John 15:16. This is not random progress. It is alignment becoming visible, and the proof of it will begin showing up in places you did not expect. Stay with what comes next, because the next part of this message will activate and confirm this transformation in a way your spirit has already been preparing for. Chosen one, what is unfolding now is not only about what is arriving in your life, but about who you are becoming through it. Because for far too long, you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, learning how to survive under pressure while quietly wondering if relief would ever come. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack shaped your instincts, trained you to brace for loss, and made you doubt your own worth even when you were doing everything you knew how to do. That exhaustion is being named here, with clarity and compassion, not to reopen wounds, but to close a chapter. Take this in. You are evolving into someone who no longer panics at the sight of need because you have begun to witness supply moving with intention. Someone who no longer begs for reassurance because truth has anchored you more deeply than fear ever could. Now listen carefully. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking. The tide is turning. The old rhythm where survival dictated every decision is dissolving, and a new order is taking its place where provision meets purpose without strain. When that truth settles, anxiety loosens its grip, and hope turns into expectation. You were never meant to carry the world, only faith. And faith changes how you move, even when the path ahead is not fully visible. As it is written, "Do not be afraid, little flock, for your Father has been pleased to give you the kingdom." Luke 12:32. And again, "The Lord will open the heavens, the storehouse of his bounty, to bless all the work of your hands." Deuteronomy 28:12. These words confirm what is already active around you. Think of Joseph, who endured betrayal, false accusation, and years of confinement without seeing how it could possibly fit together. Yet at the appointed time, he was entrusted with stewarding abundance, not only for himself, but to preserve nations. And he later said, "God intended it for good to accomplish the saving of many lives." Genesis 50:20. Your testing has been shaping capacity, not disqualifying you. As this alignment deepens, certain people, habits, and environments will fall away, not as punishment, but as protection, because what you now carry requires space and integrity. You are not chasing provision anymore. It is responding to alignment, and the confidence growing inside you is quiet but immovable. You will notice yourself making decisions that once felt impossible, choosing peace over panic, vision over fear, because you are being sustained by a source that does not run dry. This is not a fleeting moment. It is a new way of living. And what comes next in this message will activate and confirm this shift in a way your spirit has already been preparing for, making it clear why staying present matters right now. Chosen one, there is a quiet truth settling into you now, and it is meeting the exhaustion you have carried for years, because for far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, waking each morning already tired, already bracing for another day of effort with no guarantee of change. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has shaped how you think, how you plan, and how you measure yourself, slowly convincing you that survival is the best you can hope for, and that rest must be earned. That pain is not dismissed here. It is recognized and named. You did not imagine it, and you did not fail because you feel worn down. Breathe with me. What you are feeling is the signal that an old pattern can no longer contain what God is doing inside you, and that awareness is the beginning of release. Now listen carefully. Your season of struggle is over. The chains of scarcity are breaking, the tide is turning. What once demanded constant effort is losing its grip, and the pressure to figure everything out alone is dissolving. It is no longer your duty to struggle, it is God's responsibility to provide for you. That truth brings relief before it brings results, and it restores dignity before it changes circumstances. You are stepping into a way of living where provision is not chased but revealed, where clarity replaces confusion, and where peace becomes the foundation instead of anxiety. As it is written, "The Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in a sun-scorched land and strengthen your frame." Isaiah 58:11. And again, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you." Psalm 55:22. These words are not instructions. They are confirmations of a support system already active around your life. Think of the widow in 2 Kings who was overwhelmed by debt and fear, believing she had nothing left, until obedience revealed that what seemed insufficient was enough for God to multiply beyond her need, and her household moved from desperation into stability without striving. That same principle is unfolding for you now. Hope is rising because you are no longer trapped in repetition, and anticipation is building because alignment is replacing effort. You will notice yourself responding differently to challenges, making decisions from calm instead of panic, and trusting timing instead of forcing outcomes. This abundance is not only financial, it is emotional space, mental clarity, restored confidence, and the ability to look ahead without fear. Before we move any further, let your body settle. Nothing else needs to be understood right now. Just stay. You are being taught how to receive without guilt and move forward without carrying the weight of tomorrow. Stay present, because what comes next in this message will unlock and confirm this shift in a deeply personal way, and it will make clear why your perseverance brought you to this exact moment. Chosen one, before anything else, let the pressure come off, because you do not need to fix yourself, prove your worth, or carry one more responsibility to be deserving of what God is doing in your life. This season is not asking you to try harder, become better, or hold yourself together through sheer will. You are being invited to pause, to stop pushing, to allow your body, mind, and spirit to stand down from the constant state of urgency you've been living in. For far too long you have been striving, struggling, carrying burdens that were never meant to be yours, and that effort has trained you to believe that rest is dangerous and slowing down means falling behind. It does not. In this moment, alignment begins not with action, but with permission. You are allowed to delay decisions that feel heavy for the next 24 hours, not because you are avoiding responsibility, but because clarity often arrives when pressure leaves. You are allowed to notice what steals your peace during the day and gently step back from it, without explanation or guilt. You are invited to create small pockets of stillness, even if it's only a few minutes, where you sit, breathe slowly, and let your thoughts settle without needing answers. Let your spirit settle here. If your body feels tired, choosing rest is not quitting. It is cooperating with what God is already doing beneath the surface. When the urge to rush appears, you can allow yourself to soften instead, reminding your heart that not everything needs to be solved today. This is what trust looks like in real life, not grand gestures, but quiet releases. The weight of financial hardship, the uncertainty of tomorrow, the feeling of being stuck in an endless cycle of lack has trained you to react quickly, to brace constantly, to stay alert for what might go wrong. In this season, you are invited to practice a different response, noticing the urgency without obeying it, choosing calm where you once chose control, allowing space for God to move without interference. Rest is not the absence of faith, it is the evidence of it. When you step back, you make room. When you release, you receive. You do not need to monitor outcomes, predict timing, or understand how everything will work itself out. Alignment is happening even when you feel still. God is handling what you no longer need to carry, and your role is simply to remain open, present, and willing to rest in that truth. You do not have to understand the whole picture or manage the results, because what is meant for you will arrive at the right moment, without strain, without forcing, and without you having to hold the world together anymore. Chosen one, as these words settle, allow yourself to notice what has shifted inside you, even if it feels subtle, because nothing you experienced here was random or wasted. The tiredness you carried, the questions you held, the quiet longing for relief and reassurance, all of it has meaning, and all of it has been seen. You are not slow, you are not off course, and you have not been forgotten. The pace you are moving at matches the season you are in, and the ground beneath you is steady even if the path ahead is still unfolding. What you felt during this message was not imagination, it was recognition. A reminder that your inner world matters just as much as the outcomes you've been waiting for. You do not need to rush to the next step or figure out what comes after this moment. You are held here, covered in peace that does not require explanation. Nothing is being demanded of you now, and nothing is being taken from you. You are allowed to rest in the knowing that the process you are walking through is appropriate, intentional, and aligned with what your life needs right now. Stay with this stillness as we move gently into the next moment of prayer, letting everything you've heard continue to settle without effort or strain. Chosen one, settle into this moment gently, allowing the noise to soften and your breathing to slow as you arrive exactly where you are meant to be. God, we come carrying the weight that words often fail to explain, the tiredness that has lived in the body for too long, the quiet anxiety about tomorrow, the feeling of being stretched thin while trying to hold everything together. We place before you the exhaustion that came from striving, the pressure of responsibilities that were never meant to rest on these shoulders, the fear that whispered we might fall short or be forgotten. There is no effort here, only release. We set down the need to control outcomes, the urge to understand every step, the habit of bracing for what might go wrong, and we trust that you receive these burdens with tenderness. You see the seasons of waiting, the unseen faithfulness, the nights filled with worry, and the days filled with courage that went unnoticed, and you are present even when clarity feels distant. As your word says, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Psalm 34:18. And that nearness is felt now, steady and reassuring. We acknowledge that you are working even in silence, arranging provision, guidance, and restoration beyond what can be measured or predicted. In this space, peace is spoken over anxious thoughts, rest is poured into weary places, and trust is gently restored where fear once lived. We declare that you are the shepherd who leads beside still waters, who restores the soul without hurry or force, and we lean into that care. We remember how Elijah was sustained in the wilderness, not by his own strength, but by your provision arriving daily, reminding us that even in isolation and fatigue, you do not overlook your children. So we breathe out the need to perform and breathe in the assurance of your presence. We receive the truth that nothing has been missed, nothing is delayed beyond your timing, and nothing entrusted to you will be lost. In this moment, we allow ourselves to be held, guided, and supplied, trusting that what is unfolding does not depend on our striving, but on your faithfulness. As it is written, "Cast your cares on the Lord, and he will sustain you." Psalm 55-22. And that sustaining is happening now, quietly and completely. We rest in the knowing that you go ahead, you walk beside, and you remain behind, surrounding every step with care. Thank you for this sacred pause, for the calm that has settled, and for the reassurance that we are not alone on this path. Thank you for staying with us in this stillness, and for allowing this moment to close with peace as we gently step out of it together. If you feel safe to do so, you are invited to share in the comments whatever is resting on your heart right now. A quiet hope, a lingering fear, an unanswered question, a burden you have carried alone, or even words you have never said out loud before. There is no right way to express it, and no pressure to explain everything. Writing it down here can simply be an act of release, a way of placing what you carry into God's hands and trusting that He sees it fully, hears it completely, and holds it with care. This is not about being strong or certain. It is about being honest and allowing grace to meet you where you are. As you share, know that nothing offered in sincerity is overlooked, and nothing entrusted to Him is forgotten. You are not walking this path alone, and this moment, right now, is being held gently in the presence and mercy of God.